I'm still enough when I'm not performing. Not because you've stopped caring, more so because you've stopped bargaining. And even if they pause and they don't rush to reassure you, even if the moment feels raw and exposed and edited, still through all those moments you stay. Because this is how we build trust again. Not in them, but in yourself. Trust that your presence does not need polishing. Trust that your feelings don't need to be formatted. Trust that you are worthy of connection and not just consumption. See, there's a new story being written now, and it begins with the line, I am still enough. I'm still enough when I'm not performing. Not because you've stopped caring, more so because you've stopped bargaining. See, you no longer shrink to stay close. You no longer soften to stay safe. You no longer translate your soul just to keep things easy. You show up as is now. And that showing up, it doesn't demand that others stay. It simply says, if you're here, let it be with all of me or not at all. Now there's a loss in this, yes. The loss of imagined closeness, right? The loss of relationships that are built on a role instead of reality. The loss of admiration that came from only offering the best parts of yourself. But that loss is the clearing ground, if you will. It's making room for relationships that can hold more, for friendships that ask deeper questions, for moments that feel unfiltered and therefore real. And you stop being this curated version of yourself and instead you start being a whole human again. A human who is messy and honest and present. Now you bring the thing you feared would drive people away, you bring it to the front and you learn slowly that it is it's the very thing that people have been waiting for all along. This is your reclamation. You're no longer asking, what version of me will keep them? Now you're asking, what version of me feels like home for myself? Because love requires you to be there present. It's not a theater. And you're not an actor anymore. You're a person who's deserving of being met, not managed. So today, if you feel the fear rising, the letting go of the performance that is going to cost you, like everything, I want you to remember this. Remember the people who only stayed for